Hello, everyone. Greetings. Welcome on in. Welcome to Saybrook University Mindfulness Moment. And it really is truly such an honor to land here in this space with you. And just feeling into my own heart and mind and body this time of year, it just always ushers in such an invitation for deep reverence, to regard with deep respect this transition of season that we are in. It's so rich with personal and symbolic and metaphorical meaning. We're releasing the cold, dark days of winter, and Mother Nature is shifting us into the stirrings of spring. And there's such a cleansing that can happen with this. A clearing out of the old and the stale and kind of giving way to new and fresh beginnings. And so today my invitation for you is to invite yourself to drop into this place of growth and nourishment, and how you are really feeding into and kind of nourishing these places within yourself that are just innately bringing forward a sense of flourishing, and just what that looks like in your own mind, heart, body, spirit. So for these next few handful of minutes that we're together, just seeing if you can intentionally find that way into a space that can be minimal in distractions, and also recognizing that life does not stop even though we decide to pause and to meditate. But just being comfortable with where you are at this time, choosing just a posture that can feel welcome and supportive for you. Allowing yourself to open up a quality of awareness and reflection. So maybe you want to be seated, or maybe you would like to be lying down. Just see what the body wants. And allowing the eyes to close if that feels comfortable and safe for you. Or maybe you'd like to just take a gaze either at the image on your screen, or something else in your immediate awareness surroundings. For some of us, we can see the evidence of spring emerging in our physical environment after a long winter, or maybe it still feels like winter's hanging on. But there is a push coming forward, that there is this budding of leaves, of the trees. There's maybe a different smell in the air, maybe a sweet scent of spring, new growth sprouting from the earth. And there may be even a call to nourish your environment that you're in, maybe by cleaning, spring cleaning, or maybe preparing a garden or planting seeds, tending to your exterior space. But maybe that's not quite there for you wherever you're living. But this spring and this newness is lingering on the horizon. And so there's that anticipation of warmer days ahead. And as humans, we're connected to the cycles of nature. We're connected to the world around us. And so you may too feel like there is a budding of new growth within. Just reminding yourself in this moment of your connection to the earth, to Mother Nature. You might physically feel your feet on the ground, sensing into that connection. And feeling the crown of your head, just reaching up towards the sky if you're in a seated posture. I'm just aware of the air on your skin. And feeling that physical support of the body. In spring, it ushers in an arrival of newness, of fresh energy. And as the earth around us springs into life, so too can this be a calling invitation for our spirit. So allowing yourself to tap into that place of spirit, of inner knowing. And where is that for you in your body? Is it in the gut? Maybe the solar plexus? Maybe you can feel that into your heart. Or maybe it's just a more emotional or energetic sensing of spirit. Where is that for you in your own body? Just feeling what you feel, allowing that to bubble to the surface, and welcoming it all. It all belongs. And what does it feel like? What does it look like to listen inward to that inner compass, that place of deeper knowing within you? And breathing with that space of intuitive awareness. Feeling into the aliveness of your spirit to nourish that within you with your awareness. Is there new growth? What is coming alive in you? What is alive in you right now, in this very moment? There can be a simultaneous planting of seeds for future growth. But what is the growth that is currently flourishing? Just as we may water and nurture those tender sprouts of the new life in a garden, which has overcome the adversity and the harshness of the winter. And so too must we nurture and nourish that growth that is sprouting within, tending to our interior with loving awareness, kindness, sweet compassion, just as the warm rays of the sun may bathe the landscape around us, and shining in inner light, a beacon of self-compassion on all that is arising within. Relaxing the body, softening the belly, an easy flow of breath. And there is no need to rush, just as we cannot force the flower to bloom before its time. There's no need to figure things out right now. So inviting if the judging or the analyzing or the critical mind has snuck its way into this sacred space. Just inviting a softening. The physical softening within the body. And just sending a basic level of kindness to the entire body and any places that may feel like you're holding on to tension, dis-ease, imbalance. It's making space within your body for that breath to flow. You might even feel called to turn the palms so that they face upwards and a sort of receiving, or maybe it feels welcome and grounded to have that palmar connection to the thighs or the body. Sensing into what feels good and nurturing for you. And allowing yourself to reflect on what has arisen, what is arising within you. Just noticing what you notice and feel what you feel. And what may be stirring within. And just resting here within this still awareness for another few moments, basking in that warm, radiant light. As you begin to slowly emerge from this meditation, perhaps feeling it's a bit more in touch with the newness of growth that is arising within. And perhaps a sense of where spirit is speaking within your own body. And there may even be some messages that have come forward for you in taking these few moments to intentionally turn inward. And the practice that perhaps you do have in your own space, or maybe this was really welcome. A clear sense of the seeds that may be germinating within and even beginning to burst forward into the world. And a recognizing of the growth that is already happening. So gently acknowledging yourself here and your experience. And for your own inner transition and your own inner wisdom. And that shift that is taking place within you. And as we begin now with our gentle transition of coming back into this physical space that you occupy, drawing the awareness now, we can still hold on to that inner awareness, but also inviting ourselves to re-enter into our world around us. Maybe the eyes are opening if they had been closed. Just refocusing and recognizing that we are gathered here together in this live space. And so resting here for as long as you'd like in meditative awareness. But as you feel ready to return and to take with you the fruits of this practice. And so thank you so much for joining me here today. May you nourish to flourish.